Welcome everybody to the first episode of the podcast. I am your host, Oliver Powell. Some folks call me OP, so stick to that. And then I am here. We have a special guest with me today, none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joe Murray. We may mess around and call this type of episode the hometown hero edition. So just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory in terms of Joel. So this guy here, I have really nothing but respect for this man. And if you haven't been really keeping up with him and watching the story, so he is a college basketball player currently right now at the University of Long Beach State. Is that right?
For sure.
So at Long Beach State, playing basketball, honestly, at the highest level when we're talking about at the college level. And so his story is very interesting. And I think it's going to be very inspiring to a lot of people, because truth be told, it was inspiring for me. I'm gonna just be honest. And so I want him to jump on here and share a little bit more about him. So my brother, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. It's nice hearing from you. It's been a while.
Yes, sir. It has been a while. We definitely got to catch up some more, but I appreciate you hopping on here. Appreciate you hopping on here with me. So for you to really kind of get things started and just kind of break the ice a little bit. Um, for me, I can say that I keep up with your story.
Sure.
I've watched you grow from high school, because obviously we were teammates.
Yeah.
I've seen you grow from really from middle school and from high school to where you are today. And it's your game has grown in a major way. But for you, what would you say, just to kind of break the ice, what would you say the game of basketball means to you? What does the game mean to you?
It's like so like the game of basketball, like a foundation, like for like life, like during like the times when I was growing up, I didn't really see it as that. But like as I get older and kind of like go through all these different challenges and all these different like emotions and all these like all this stuff that's going on that comes with the game and kind of playing at the highest level, you kind of like look back and start realizing like the game of basketball sets like a foundation. It set a foundation for me of how to be disciplined, how to have hard work, how to trust yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like rely like to rely on not only just like your talent, but like your like consistency and getting better and just trying to find all these little ways to just perfect your craft and get to the level that you want to get to, like in the moments like back then, it's kind of hard to see whether I'll be in the position I'm in now. But then it just goes to show like for life, like if you do the same exact thing, then you kind of get the same result, God willing. So I always look back and I always tell myself like if it wasn't for basketball, like I wouldn't know like discipline, the hard work, the being consistent, the trusting yourself, like being confident, like all that plays a role in the just, everyday life.
Yeah, 100%, man. And for me, I would say the exact same, right? Because when we're looking at just sports in general, a lot of people that may have come from sports or a sports background, they can kind of say something very similar. It teaches you hard work, consistency, how to work with a team, a lot of skills that you can take with you.
Yeah.
You can excel in the sport, obviously in this case in the game of basketball, but you can take with you on the outside as well. And I think that just some of those things right there, especially being disciplined, consistent, persistent, being confident, that's what's going to take you from one level to the next level in sports and just in life in general. And I think you're 100% right about that. So for you, I've watched you play, and I've watched your highlights here as of recent, just over your college career. And I would say that, you kind of play with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Where would you say that, like, where does that come from for you, that chip on your shoulder? Where does that come
Like
from?
it's like it's not even like a faking it though. It's just like you kind of like every single time, not even just games, like practice, because all people see is highlights.
Of course.
So I mean, that's all they publicize really. So
Hmm.
game highlights, but it's just like an everyday thing. Like when you kind of go through like a process that I went to get to where I'm at, it's kind of hard like not to just like approach the game as like I can't take this for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I can't take this opportunity for granted. Like I done got overlooked for who knows how long. So like now it's like, all right, like if I get any little bit of love, like, I feel like I got it from Isaiah Thomas when he said stay paranoid, like always stay
Hmm.
paranoid.
Hmm.
Like, and you kind of miss out on like those little like awards and accomplishments, those big games,
Right.
because you just like so locked in, like, nah, like
Hmm.
I had like 29. That should have been 35 free throw. Like it's all
Yeah.
those little things, and it's like that's just what got me here. So it's kind of
Hmm.
hard to just break that cycle, and I'm getting
Hmm.
better at it. But that chip come from just like, not I wouldn't say not performing at the best of my ability, but not performing to the level that I feel like I could. So like every chance that I can do that now, it's like, nah, like I'm gonna show y'all, like I'm gonna show you, like
It's
I'm gonna
on.
show everybody, like, yeah, like I do this. So like that's how I really approach it though.
That's good. That's good. I think that's the best way to be. Ultimately, just like just stay dangerous. You
Nah,
know,
fact,
just want to stay dangerous, man. Because I in anything, but especially in the game of basketball, can't let up during a game. Can't let up when you're even just trying to master your craft at all. Because really, one day off or a week off or just getting too comfortable, it can really make the difference between you making a team or not making a team, or you being in shape for a competition that could propel you to the next level. You never really know, right? And
nah,
just staying on top of it is a huge thing. That it's really nice to see that you're staying locked in.
nah, for
So
sure.
for you, I've already heard you say this probably twice now, that in terms of the process to get you to where you are today, didn't really see it being what it is today. Looking back 2, 3+ years ago. So for you, if you could summarize, what would you say that process was from, I mean, really whenever it is I guess wherever you want to start, if even if it was
Right.
middle school or if it was high school or AAU, whatever the case may be, what was that process from then to today, to where we are today?
Probably I'll start from like senior year, like senior year of high school, because that's when it really started getting like real though, like
Okay.
that's when it's like that's when I was at a point to where I'm like, damn, I'm really working so hard. Like I'm
Hmm.
working so hard.
Hmm.
But I wasn't getting no love though. Like
Yeah.
so like I'm like, nah, like I'm really grinding though. Like I'm grinding, but I ain't getting no love. So like
Yeah.
my senior year of high school was tough though. Like a lot of people don't know I scored 0 points my last game of high school. Like,
Oh,
didn't
snap.
make a shot. Yeah, bro. Like, I didn't make a shot. And like that was in like our last game, probably like March or something. Like,
Hmm.
like that's when season usually ends.
Hmm.
So like first round playoffs, 0 points. And I remember after that game, I went home and I was crying because I was just like, dang, like it's done. Like
Yeah.
my stuff, like all the coaches that was like fake recruiting me or like kind of, I'm like, it's done. Like
Hmm.
I scored 0 points. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do, and like it took me like a week or two to like just kind of just figure out like, all right, bro, like you got all this talent and you good, but it's just not aligning for you. Like it's not
Hmm.
aligning, and it's just like I knew I was better than a lot of dudes that was getting all this other love. And
Hmm.
it's not even a jealousy thing. It's just like, nah, like I know I'm working harder. I know like I'm
Yeah.
better. But it's just like sometimes it's like the politics and all that stuff come into play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all that.
Mhm.
And so like after that, that's when it was just like a couple weeks after, I'm like, man, look, I got a JUCO call from a JUCO coach,
Mhm.
and he actually flew in, like
Okay.
flew into the crib, like I'm like, man, and it was just my only offer. Like, I'm like, this is just all I got. Like, and I'm like, I just gotta take this and run with it. And the last thing I wanted to do is go JUCO. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I ain't JUCO, man. Like, I'm hot though. But then it's just like I ended up committing like a week before graduation. Like
Okay.
that's when it was just like official. And then from there I went to Independence Junior College.
Hmm.
Went to Independence and I was there for I'll say about a week. And I'm like, bruh,
Okay.
like this bad.
It's
Like
not, yeah.
we in summer
It's not
two,
it.
like we in summer two, the dorms bad, like it's just bad, everything just bad. And you know where we from though, so it's
Yeah, yeah.
like, bruh, like
It's different. It's
yeah,
different.
I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
I don't
you're not
know.
home
Like,
no more.
nah, I'm like, I ain't at home, and this ain't no regular type of living like that I've been growing up in like, for 18 years. So I'm like,
Right.
man, I'm like, boy, I'm thinking how privileged I was, like everything, like I
Start counting
was
your
going
blessings.
through it. Yeah, like I'm counting like, but like I always reverted back to just grinding. Like
Hmm.
I always just reverted back to the lab. 'Cause I'm just like, this the only thing that's gonna save me. Like nobody, hey, like you should look at him, you should offer him like none of that worked when I was in high school. So I'm like, all I got is my game. Like all I got is my grind. And
Hmm.
so I'm just like, this all I can do right now, like to not think about where I'm at and just figure it out.
Yeah.
A weekend after that first week, West Texas called me, head coach called me. He was just
Hmm.
like, our point guard left. We
Need
have a senior
somebody.
guard coming in, but you can come in on scholarship. Like, I'm offering you a full ride. Like you can figure it. Like I'll
Hmm.
let you figure it out here. Like, and I'm just like, dude, I'm out. Like, and it took me a few days to think about it because, like, it's that D1, D2 stigma, and I was
Yeah.
young, so I wasn't. But like, that was the best decision I ever made in my entire life, bro.
Mm.
Like not staying at Independence, like not turning down that offer.
Yeah.
Cause I got to the point he was like, all right, man, I'm gonna give you a few more days. Like, think about it.
Yeah, I gotta
I,
come on.
I pulled the plug and had to go call the other. But
Yeah.
like it was just like, nah, I'm like, that was the best decision I ever made. Cause I got to West Texas and nothing was guaranteed. Like
Hmm.
I knew I was gonna have to go into practice and just grind and like battle for my minutes. Cause
Hmm.
I was the last recruit, last scholarship. I was the it was a senior point guard, and then there's a returning like sophomore. So he
Okay.
played point guard. So I'm like third, and
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, like I'm gonna figure it out. Like
Hmm.
that's all I'm telling myself, I'm figure it out. Ooh. End up starting like fourth game of the season. So I'm like, I just gotta find a way to get on the court. Like I'm like, if I find a way to get on the court, like it's over from
I'm
there.
going
Like
crazy.
I'm like, just give me 15, 20 minutes. Like, that's all I need. That's all I'm thinking in my head. Like,
Hmm.
first few games. First few games, I ended up playing like 25, 30 off the bench. So it was like all came full circle.
Yeah.
I just gotta be solid. Like,
Hmm.
end up starting from there on, like, that's when I started realizing like the game in like a different way. Like
Hmm.
my freshman year, we went to Elite Eight, and like I always had this stigma of like all coaches kind of looked at me like I wasn't a winner though. Cause
Hmm.
like at Rowlett, the farthest we went was our sophomore year when we
Yeah.
went when we
That
went to the third
third
round.
round. Yeah.
Lost to Colleen Ellison.
Hmm.
And since then we lost first round junior year, first round senior year. And
Okay.
I'm like, and we didn't win district. So I'm like, dang, like last time we won district was sophomore year. So
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, I always had that stigma. So when I won conference, regular season, conference championship, went to Elite Eight my freshman year, that's when like my mind started changing. I'm like, nah, like I can really I really like do this though. So I'm like,
Hmm.
seniors leaving, seniors about to leave. I'm like, it was me and another guard. So I'm like, oh yeah, like
Hmm.
it's my time now. Like And it wasn't even like I appreciate them because they gave me the opportunity as a freshman when they were seniors sitting on the bench. Like,
Yeah.
like that's real. Like to get minutes as a freshman, like playing 30 minutes a night
That's
as a
major.
freshman in college, like and your coach just letting you figure it out, play through all the mistakes, all the dumb stuff. Like it's like, damn, I look back, I'm like, dang, like if I ain't had that, I'll probably maybe a step behind right now just because those minutes and those experiences and me like being the point guard as a freshman going to the Elite Eight, like all that stuff, like in the moment I didn't realize, but now I'm like, dang, like he really looked out. And that really changed the whole trajectory of my career, me committing and then him actually like keeping his word of, hey, like you're gonna have a chance to play, like, and it was more than I even expected.
Yeah.
And so after my freshman year, like I was just so locked in the lab because I got to change my mindset because I still wasn't like all the way confident in my like game and like kind of thinking like, dang, like, like you may have got a little lucky, like that may have just like been a little, like all the anxious thoughts that you get, like everybody goes through at a different stage, like as a player in any sport, So going to my sophomore year, I'm like, I gotta kill. Like, I gotta kill. I'm like thinking all these crazy things. I end up averaging 20 and like 5. Like 20 and 5. And like it went from 11 points per game to 20 and 5. And my like craziest memories, I never in my life would like ever think I could average that much.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the moment, I'm like approaching every game like, nah, like it's 30. Like it's 30.
Yeah.
30. Like I gotta go for 30. Like, and like that's when I started to see the shift in my mind. So I'm like, nah, like I gotta go for like this is how we're gonna win. This is how we're gonna win. Cause I used to be a pass first, and now I'm like score. And I still pass a lot, but I used to pass. Now it's like, well, my game changed. Like my game changed, and when my game changed, I started feeling different, seeing the game different, and so I averaged that 20, and it was like, okay, like we went 32-1.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Oh my
32-1.
gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, y'all went
it was
crazy that year.
32-1, bro. And I'm like, oh yeah, like it's big, like it's business. And then boom, COVID hit. That's when COVID hit. And we went
Okay.
32-1.
Yeah.
We headed to the national tournament. Like, I'm like, we
That's
won
right.
the championship this year. Like, we about to win national championship.
Man.
Boom, COVID hit. And I was sick. I'm like, dang. It took me like a week to kind of just, all right, like it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like you at the
Right.
crib, like there ain't nothing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you play 33 games, like you average 20, like it's cool. Like ain't nothing you can do. You got to prepare for next year. Like even if y'all have a season or not,
Yeah.
I'm outside with it, bro. I'm outside with the grind.
I
And
remember that. I remember
yeah,
that. I
I'm
think it was
outside
you was in
with
the
the grind.
garage.
Yeah.
Working.
So I'm in the garage, like, and then that summer changed my life though, because I went to California, and that's when I met my trainer now named Clint Parks. You
Okay.
probably see him post about me a lot.
Yeah.
And so I went there, and I was out in LA for like a month and a half, and it was during COVID, and I was working out with him and Mark Rogers. And so like I'm in California kind of like it's like a different scene,
Yeah, it's
Like,
different. Yeah.
but it's like all hoop though. It's just all hoop. I ain't never been around just all hoop. We from Texas, so it's like
Yeah.
football.
It's football.
It's
Yeah,
like
you gotta
football
share.
and
You gotta share it
then
a little bit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's always gonna be football and then
Mm-hmm.
basketball. Like no
Right.
matter how big basketball gets, it's always that
Mm-hmm.
football dynamic.
Yep.
And so I'm out in California. I'm like, dang, like it's all hoop. Like it's like all hoop.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like training with him every day, like, and I'm kind of seeing the game in a different way because, like, he done train the high like Kawhi, Kyle Kuzma, like
Okay.
he done train like the high. So I'm kind of like we working out every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, man, like this this different. Like
Yeah.
it was like a good deal. Like, I'm like, man, like this like grind though. This like some for real grind.
Hmm.
And he kind of put that battery in my back of like, cause like you say you league, you want to go league, but then you like at a D2, so it's like it's gonna be hard, bro. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like you can dream about it, like have like I was delusional though. Like I'm not gonna lie, like, and that's
Hmm.
what probably helping me like get to where I'm at. Cause I was delusional, like,
Hmm.
and he was delusional. Like we was both like with it. Like he was like, nah, like you leave, like you
Yeah.
leave. This guy's coming to West Texas. Like he telling me that, and that's the first time in my
Hmm.
life like I heard somebody tell me, and like you leave, like nah, like you can do this. And this after my sophomore year, so I'm like
Yeah.
looking at him like,
So
oh,
what
like
you
okay. And
Yeah.
it's like when you hearing it from somebody like that, bro, that like change your grind, it changed your
Hmm.
mindset. So when I left California and he was just like, nah, like you got it, like you leave, woo, like you can
Hmm.
make it. And I'm
Hmm.
looking like, dang, like this coming from you, I gotta work hard, like
Yeah.
I gotta really go get it. Like
Hmm.
that's all I'm thinking. I gotta really go get it. Cause he was just like, nah, like you can do it.
Hmm.
And once I got that from him, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was curtains from there. Like
Hmm.
I I'm like, nah, it's over with. Like I came back my junior year after the COVID year happened,
Hmm.
came back, averaged 23, 25 in conference, like
Hmm.
went to the national championship game, like one conference again, like bro. And
Yeah.
I'm doing all that. I'm like, nah, I'm him. Like I'm a bucket. Like I really do
Yeah.
this. I'm like, nah, that's when my confidence just started. Like,
Certified.
I averaged 20 and I'm coming back the next year still like, yeah, I may be a bucket. Like, was that a fluke though?
Yeah,
Like,
fluke year.
like they ain't really had a right scout, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Maybe they didn't have the right scout. So yeah, like I really that's when I like after that year, I'm like, nah, I really do this. Like I'm a
Hmm.
bucket. So I can't. That's when I committed to Long Beach State. Like a week after the national championship game, I entered the portal, and I knew like this was like the perfect spot for me. I can work out with him and train
Hmm.
with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so that's when it was just like, okay, yeah, like I'm around everything I need to be around. I got to put it together,
Yep.
and I got a lot of hate for like coming here just because where the program was at. But I was so confident in myself. I'm just like, man, if I am who I say I am, like
It don't
we,
matter where you at.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we winning, like we gonna win. And I don't gotta worry, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry and look over my shoulder like who the next man coming. Like
Hmm.
shit's like, nah, like if I come in and do my thing, like I know I'm gonna be straight.
Right.
So yeah, that's been my like journey to this point for
Yeah. Man, it's there's a lot of things I didn't know
real.
that you just shared with me. I didn't know about that the last senior game
Yeah,
high school, the way how that ended. And then I remember from the outside looking in, I remember going from like JUCO to West Texas quick, like
yeah, all
in one
happened
week.
so quick.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, I was like, okay, all right, cool, cool. You know, you doing this thing, next
yeah.
level, great. And then I just remember how many years you spent at West Texas? 2, 3 years? Okay,
3, because
okay,
that
3
third
years.
year didn't count because of COVID.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's that third year.
So it was a
So
3 years just to get off.
yeah, which is crazy, which is
Facts.
crazy. And but I just remember just kind of seeing how your game just kept elevating and elevating and elevating just as the years went by. And man, it was a beautiful thing to see in terms of, like I said, from where you came from to where you are today. It's absolutely amazing. Just
No,
being able to watch it kind of up close, and then also just some of the external things in terms of you outside of high school, just kind of watching it from afar as
yeah.
well. It's been really dope to see. Some like a mantra, I guess, of mine, I have several, but one of the mantras of mine I kind of have is like you're one decision away from changing your life. That could be on either side of the spectrum. It can be good or it can be bad, right? Obviously, the decisions we want to make is for the better for ourselves. And something that you said was that one of, if not the best decision you ever made was deciding to go to West Texas, and just seeing how that one decision right there has elevated your game, and I guess to a certain degree has elevated your life as well.
Yeah.
Just from that one decision. And it's just like the decision that kind of keeps stacking. So from West Texas, now it's, hey, let me decide to go to California for just a little bit of time. You connect with the right people, and then, hey, look, let me go ahead and commit to Long Beach. And now it's just like the decisions are starting to stack, and just kind of seeing how everything is really coming together for you. It's absolutely like amazing. So 1 second here. So for you, what would you say is, so I guess I'll put it to you like this. I understand the importance of mentorship. For you, I'm assuming you would see, I'm assuming you would see the same. Like you see mentorship as a big thing. But for you, who are some of your mentors or today, or who are some of the mentors that helped you get to where you are today?
Say a few.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably know Vince. Vince, right? The trainer, he's back in Raleigh, the garage guy, the garage work.
Okay.
He like mentored me in a way because I was looking at him like, shoot, you trying to get it out the mud just like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we in the garage with it in COVID. Like I'm not bringing you in no money. Like you just doing it off
the muscle.
Like you just trying to find your way in this. And so like I'm looking at him like, shoot, you just like me. Like you just trying to find your way. Like you trying to carve your way out in this. Like so like I really looked up to like how he was doing like running his business and like running his training stuff, like because I appreciated him for just like every day, like we in the gym, we in the garage, like he just rebounding for me, like, and it's just all out of the love for like just wanting to see me get better.
Yeah.
So like I really appreciate him for that. And then for sure my mom's too, your mom's like your people, like some people don't have their parents like to like look up to. So I appreciate my mom for like giving that foundation of like boy, I don't know how you do it, because like I would have been for, you know what I'm saying? I would have been folded, like
yeah, it's a fact.
So it's like when I see her like just grinding, it's like dang, like how could I not, find something to just work hard at and just figure it out. Like so her for sure. And then lastly my guy Clint. That's he's the one that really kind of just changed my life and like how I view life, how I approach things, like how I got the mentality I got. He kind of like he really hard, like he's super hard on me, like, and a lot of people know that, but they don't understand. Like I wouldn't be who I am without him, though. I wouldn't be who I am, like if he didn't give me the mentality and put the battery in my back and also give me the confidence at the same time. Like he may be like my biggest, like, what is it, critic? He may be my biggest, but like he also, I know he one of my biggest fans though,
Sure.
So like it all works in the same. So like when I'm talking to him or when we texting or arguing or whatever it is, like I always appreciate him because I know 2 years ago, like if I never met him, I wouldn't know where I'll be right now. Or I'll probably still be at West Texas because I'll be so scared to change, you know what I'm saying? Change my scenery and do all that. But he really looked out for me for sure.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So perfect. Now I appreciate you giving us a little bit of insight in terms of some of the mentors that have helped you get to, where you are today. Because a lot of people, they say that they're self-made, rather if it's in sports or business or whatever. Should be told, I think that's wrong or BS. I call their bluff. I call their bluff on it all the time. I don't believe anybody is self-made. Yeah, there's a lot of work that falls on that person. In this case, it's going to fall on you. which you've done your part. But there's the other side of that coin that that can kind of help you, I guess, get to that next level. And that's where I believe mentors or mentorship can kind of step in and kind of help take that place. So appreciate you touching on that. Um, so it's one thing I really want to talk about here. I guess kind of get into a little bit some more fun stuff, I guess you could say. So for making that transition, I know you alluded to it a little bit earlier, but making that transition from D2 to D1, how was that transition for you? Is it really any major difference? What are some of the things that you would say is different, or just how's that transition for you overall?
So I feel like I played in the hardest D2 conference in the country.
Hmm.
Everybody got their own opinion, everybody,
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was a
it was
dog
tough.
fight for 3 years straight to win them conference championships. Like
Hmm.
we was playing some boys, like so.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of like guys that were big in the conference who were from D1, like that's where they came from. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it was like I feel like overall, like that our conference like kind of gave me like an outlook of what I'm seeing now, like because
Hmm.
it was hard, bro. Like it was super hard to win those championships every year. Like it was not easy.
Yeah.
So basically, like that transition, like to your question, like that transition, I kind of didn't think, I wasn't really thinking of, as everybody refers to, like how you saying the transition from Division 2 to Division 1. All I was thinking was kill. Like
Yeah.
all I was thinking, like don't like if I got the ball in my hands, it's over with. Like
Hmm.
I'm gonna figure it out. Like
Hmm.
and so like the transition was, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say it wasn't different because the Division 1 scouts were way tougher than Division 2. I'll tell you that right now. Like
Okay.
I was seeing all types of stuff I'd never seen, like all different type of coverages and
Oh
all these
yeah,
different
yeah.
type of teams and stuff. And so like that part of the game was an adjustment because I had to really take my film way more serious
Yeah.
because it was like, bro, I'm seeing stuff I ain't net like teams would just be like, bro, if he not shooting, like we good. Like
Hmm.
so we'll let everybody like it was some games like that. And I'm like, bro, like I ain't never in my life felt like this. So it was like games
Yeah.
like that. So I'm looking like, nah, I gotta see how they play me. Cause if they play me like this and it's working, the next team gonna play me like this and it's gonna work.
Hmm.
So like I feel like that transition of like kind of understanding the game of basketball and when to score and when to like facilitate and when like what shots to take, when to shoot in the shot clock, 2 for 1s, like
Hmm.
stuff I really had to start paying attention. So that was like the major difference for me because it was I was in a new system and
Hmm.
like I got off my first 2 games, so it was like, oh no, he ain't getting off versus like first 2 games, like I'm here. Like so like really 3, so I'm here. Like, but it was like that transition of trying to figure out, all right, how do I how do I play to my strengths and score, but also impact my teammates to help us win though. Like
Hmm.
that was the hardest part because I was in a new system. Like I wasn't 3 years in. Like it wasn't just clicking all cylinders. Like
Yeah.
it was, you know what I'm saying? So that transition of trying to figure all that out, that was tough, bro.
Hmm.
Like super tough.
Yeah. Nah, I bet. And I remember just even for me, my own experience, it was the film session. You're in the film room just as much as you're in the weight room,
Right.
all the time. It's ridiculous, but it's just kind of it's just that next level of studying and understanding the game. It's bigger than just, hey, we hop on the court, we roll the ball out, we just play. Like
Yeah.
I know everything about this player before they even get within these 4 lines, right? It's a whole different outlook on it, right? So, man, I wish we had a lot more time. But I would ask you this last question here. If there was one thing that you could tell yourself, your freshman, sophomore year old self, 16, 15-year-old self, knowing what it is you know now, game of basketball, school, life, whatever it is, what is that thing you would tell yourself?
I think I'll tell myself, and I'm kind of still in this from IT, but I tell myself this all the time, but like roll with the punches, like just keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like just keep going. Like, cause you know, you're gonna go through like your darkest times, like your darkest days, those days where it's just like I don't even know you know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
if I didn't keep going, like nobody would have never in 1,000 years, like guess I'll be here in this position, like being able to actually touch my dreams in a way, like that's what I tell myself, like just find a way, you know what I'm saying? And also don't care what anybody really think of you, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have their own opinion of how you play the game of basketball, how you approach it, how you are as a person, like you know, but like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you like what you do makes you go. It don't make them go. Like
Right.
so don't worry about them. Like don't worry about what other people think. Do it like makes you happy and like keeps you going. So that's what I'll for sure tell myself.
Brother, wise words, man. Wise words. Joel, I appreciate you. Like I said, I wish we had a little bit more time. You know, we definitely gonna wrap it up. But we're gonna catch up some more just throughout these years, man. I'm looking forward to what you guys got going on this season. I'm definitely be checking in, checking out. And what is the most exciting, I guess the most exciting thing you're looking forward to this season for you?
I feel like getting to that NCAA tournament because like now our narrative around our programs kind of changed. Just like dang, they're gonna be over 500 to oh nah, like we got to get to the NCAA tournament, like,
Yeah.
and it all changed so quick. And so like even though we won regular season last year, like now it's like okay, and we took that loss in the conference tournament championship. That I look back and I'm like, dang, like that's all anybody care about is that tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's all they talk about is that tournament. It went from dang, y'all gonna be over 500. Man, we making a tournament?
Is the
Like
making
what?
tournament or what? Yeah.
Like, it's like, dang, like we was just talking about like, is y'all gonna win conference regular season? It was just like, man, can we just finish fourth, fifth, and con? Like, it was just that, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, nah, like Joe, we got to go to the tournament, like,
Yeah.
and it all changed so quick. So it's like, I feel like that's like that journey of getting to that point. Like, I feel like that's what I'm really looking most forward to. And you know, like, I feel like if I do that, like, and I cap my senior, like my college career off with that'd be legit for sure.
That'd be the best way to do it. That'd be the best way to do it. My brother, once again, man, I appreciate you for hopping on here for me, or with me, should I say, rather. And man, like I said, I got to get you back on. We got to get some more going here pretty soon. But yeah, man, I appreciate you hopping on, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, sir. You too. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.